Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Singing Alexandria, and today... Hi Hazel. Oh my god. Right in my intro, Dad.
Hazel! Hazel, puppy! Hazel, baby girl!
Take 4. You guys, today we are doing some Christmas baking. I told you in a previous episode that I wanted to get in the holiday spirit, and one of the things that was rapid fire recommended was baking or something revolving around food. Of course. Now, I'd like to point out a couple things. One, I did go get a festive Christmas sweater, as one of you recommended. I did not, however, put makeup on or do my hair. So this is what you're going to get today. This is it. And the bad lighting. I can't do anything about that. I'm sorry. That's just life. I'm also not wearing real pants. My pants were apparently dirty. I was going to wear jeans and actually look like a person. And instead, you get leggings. And I'm not going to lie and say that they're like good quality leggings. They're super cheap. So all I'm going to hope is that throughout the course of this video, my butt does not hang out through my leggings, because that's every fat girl's nightmare. So I also have cute socks that I don't know. Look how cute those are. Come on. How cute is that? I didn't put my sock on the counter. I love you. My mom's sitting right there. You should wait till your mom leaves before you put your feet on the counter. Word of the wise. So, you guys, today we have a lot of stuff on the docket. One, I am going to be making what is supposed to be dark chocolate raspberry banana bread. However, that took a small... when I forgot that they were supposed to be dark chocolate chips. I bought regular. It'll be fine. I've done it before. I've made several variations of this bread. It is amazing dessert bread. Freaking fabulous.
Chocolate chip cookies!
My dad wants chocolate chip cookies. I can't believe he just did that on camera. He really feels like if you're baking in the kitchen and you're not making chocolate chip cookies, you are actually like committing some sort of like treasonous family crime against him.
Cardinal
Only
sin.
him. Yes, it's a cardinal sin to be in the kitchen baking anything other than chocolate chip cookies. However, chocolate chip cookies are not on my list for today. I've made... No, they're not. I have... Oh, I bet you they're not. I have made literally 1,000 batches of chocolate chip cookies in the last month. And apparently that is not enough. I told them I was going to take a break and make some other things. And he feels that chocolate chip cookies are not only the most representative of Christmas, but that they are in fact the best cookie because they are perfect all year round. He has a whole theory that circles around the chocolate chip cookie and why it is the best cookie. And while I do agree with him that they are the best cookie known to man, because I myself am a chocoholic, I also have to accept that I want to bake other things and that I want to be in the Christmas spirit. And to do so, we are going to make this bread. And Mom will be on later and she's going to teach me how to make a, what the hell is it called?
Almond butter.
An almond butter cookie. I thought they were cream cheese cookies. Maybe not. I don't know. She said
There's cream cheese in them, but they're called almond butter.
There's cream cheese in them, and so I thought they were called cream cheese cookies. Silly me. So, you guys, we're going to get started. I actually think I have a decent setup. I don't know what I look like in this sweater, like from this perspective, but hey, you know, as long as you don't see no hukakas through the leggings, I think we'll be all set. So, let's bake some bread. Ooh, yeah, girl. I have a recipe here. Delicious. The first thing it says, preheat the oven and spray the 9x5 loaf pans. Now, to be fair, you guys, I do this part a little backwards. I've made about 1,000 loaves of this bread. I've made 1,000 of everything. I'm dramatic. So, I wait until the end to spray the loaves because the batter always makes up a little bit different and I never know if I'm going to need 1, 2, 3. I usually end up going with 3. If the bananas are extra mushy, it kind of all depends a little bit. But I'm going to hold that part. I will preheat and then we're going to start whisking together some dry ingredients, it looks like. Preheating. Hey, turn this pump to jams over here.
Him, oh come
Let us adore him. 2 cups, 4 cups of flour. 3/4 teaspoon baking soda. Jingling. Cozy always. We're right together with you. When you can't find the salt, so you just open up the salt shaker. Whoops. I always do that. The dry ingredients go in this bowl. So you guys, I gotta be honest. Mom actually had a lot of thought involved in this. She like took the butter out, so it's already soft, which means I don't have to play Russian roulette with the butter in the microwave. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I'm like the most impatient cooker on the face of the frickin' planet. So when they're like, oh my god, let the butter soften at room temperature, I'm usually like, I'm sorry, who are you? Don't try to fill my head with your lies. I have a microwave. Oh, hey, how you doing? You guys, I'm not always confident about much in my life, but if there's one thing I know I can do, it's make this freaking bread. It's so good. Ugh. You guys also know I'm not a huge fan of like following every single direction, but with this bread, I've noticed that the key is such like to making the bread amazing and fluffy is like this super yolky, buttery like part right here. Adding the eggs one at a time is key in this recipe. Oh my god. I was gonna show you, but it's like drippy and gooey and goopy and no thank you. What's next? Need 6 ripe mushy bananas. Woohoo! You guys, this is where we get to mash some nanners. Now ideally, the riper the banana the better. Like spots like this, excellent. Brown bananas bring out the sweetness. Y'all, these are the best ones for bacon. I'm like already out of breath. You know what's so funny, you guys, is I was going to film my, like a makeup review today. And I was like, okay, you know, like I'm going to get my makeup on. I'm going to film that video. And then I'll come out here. I'm going to bake with my subscribers, you know, just like a more chill, laid back kind of video. I know that I shouldn't say I know. I think that some people subscribe to my channel for this kind of stuff, but I do think that there are other people that are like, girl, if it ain't makeup, leave me alone. You know what I mean? Which is fine, but I want to make sure that I incorporate stuff like this as often as I can. And I feel like, if anything, the world of like YouTube and social media has forced me to be more like fun oriented instead of just like always being so to the point, because you guys are like, hey Paige, like we want to get to know you, we want to hang out with you, and that's something I don't often have time to do, but because I have you guys, I'm like, girl, I have time. Hello. And you don't want to overmash the bananas either, because if you overmash them, they get a little bit too goopy, and then the bread has a harder time setting in the center. This bread is it's like a really easy concept, and it's an easy bread to make, but you really have to make sure that, like, if you make it more than once, or you're like, wow, I really like that, I want to make it again, make sure you pay attention to like what you're doing and how you're doing it, because it is one of those where like science is very important in this bread. Like how it sets up, if it's mushy, if it's done, how it cooks, does it burn, you know, all that stuff. It isn't just about taste with this bread. You have to be mindful of what you're doing. And I will leave the recipe for this link down below, you guys. I'd love to say that I'm like adventurous and amazing, but the reality is that I definitely just found it on Pinterest and was like, oh, that sounds good. And I made it years ago and everybody loved it. So now I'm like, yes, please, table 1, I'm right here. All right, so let's chat for a second about the yogurt portion of this. They say that they want you to have low-fat, plain yogurt. Now for me, I don't often have yogurt like around me. I'm not a yogurt person at all. I hate it. Like if you were to say, Paige, what does yogurt remind you of? I would legitimately say vomit. I've said that forever. It tastes like acid. Ugh, and I hate it. There's only one yogurt that I can eat, and it's the Dannon Light and Fit vanilla flavor. That is the only kind. Normally I have it in a tub, but I use this instead because it's such a little amount and it doesn't change the flavor. So, you know, just my thought. Just so you know, you don't got to go out and buy a whole tub of crap. Because
Cookies!
You just scared the baby.
no cookies, Dad. You will never
Do
get
not
cookies.
walk on my rug with those dirty shoes. Because I will kill you.
Chocolate chip cookies!
Welcome to my house. And no cookies. Ever.
Lots of cookies.
No cookies ever again, sir.
Lots and lots of cookies.
No. This isn't.
Cookies.
Yeah, but you've got Chips Ahoy cookies.
Need more cookies.
Dad, you have cookies.
Not the type he wants.
Oh, whatever.
Well,
They are the type he wants. He's just spoiled and wants every type.
he wants homemade.
Load of garbage.
I want Paige's chocolate chip cookies.
You do not.
I do.
No, you don't.
I want the ones just like what you made before.
Here I was trying to like talk to my subscribers and tell them how I make this. And then Jim comes in and just makes a whole kind of ruckus. Yeah, that'd be you. You're Jim. I don't
Do
know.
you think you're gonna make your stuff without me? If you're telling me you're not gonna make cookies.
Yeah. Now you guys, when it comes to adding the vanilla, I'm not gonna lie. I believe that the suggested amount for vanilla is a suggestion. I always add a little extra kick to it. Because I love vanilla. I think it tastes so good in every recipe. You don't want to add too much. I'm not saying go from like a teaspoon to a cup, but like if you happen to like dash in a little extra, no one's gonna notice. Hopefully. So now once the mixer is like, you know, off and all your wet nasties are in there, this is where you gotta start.
Woo.
Whoops. This is where you gotta start caring a little bit about what you're doing. A little bit extra. Because you gotta add the flour a little at a time. Otherwise what happens is the bananas get all clumpy and then they clump with the flour and all the lumpies and clumpies and then nothing bakes right. Now we take it out of the mixer because from here on all we have left is raspberries and blueberries. And you want to make sure that you fold those gently because them berries, they will fall apart.
You don't put blueberries in it.
Raspberries.
You said raspberries and blueberries.
Raspberries and chocolate chips.
There you go.
We are cranking! Now I also mentioned to you guys that I screwed up and this is supposed to be dark chocolate raspberry banana bread, but I definitely went ahead and purchased semi-sweet chocolate chips instead, probably because my dad wouldn't stop yelling chocolate chip cookie in my ear. So that's probably like a subliminal thing, but these will work just fine. Whatever kind of like chocolate in this regard you have around the house is fine. It's no big deal. I've even used like a chunked up Easter bunny before, and it worked fine.
That was good chocolate.
Yeah, it was delicious. So you can use anything, honestly. This is one of those recipes where it's not as structurally like intense as when you make chocolate chip cookies. You kind of have to have something a little bit more morsel-esque. That way, you know, when it bleeds through the cookie, it doesn't go all over. But you won't have that with this because it's confined to a pan. So I've done this before. It's delicious. And these are Ghirardelli's because they was on sale. Also, when it comes to adding the chocolate chips to this, you don't have to be okay, they can't even see me. You don't have to be stingy with the chocolate chips. You kind of, you know, overflow it a little bit, and then we're going to sprinkle more on top. So always make sure that with this recipe, have an extra bag on standby, because you're going to eat some, you're going to lose some are going to fall out, and you're going to want a little extra.
And you're gonna make chocolate chip cookies.
Oh my God. No, don't encourage. My God, between the two of you, I can't get nothing done. They also recommend that you toss your raspberries in flour. I have tried it both ways. I have noticed that it makes a little bit of a difference. The thicker your batter though, the less it makes a difference. My batter today is a little bit on the thinner side, so I probably will give mine a little bit of toss. All that does is make sure that the raspberries don't fall to the bottom of the loaf. It helps keep them suspended in with all the other mixtures so they're even throughout as opposed to just, you know, not even. You always buy extra raspberries as well because you'll see in a second we sprinkle those on top of the loaves. It's amazing. It calls for 1 cup per loaf. I bought 4 packages. That'll be close to enough. I probably should have bought a couple extra, but what are you gonna do? That's life. You make it work. You substitute with chocolate chips.
Hey, you know what else you can do with chocolate chips?
What else can I do with chocolate
You can make
chips?
chocolate chip cookies.
Can I, Dad? And they recommend cutting them in half. I don't do that because I don't like to.
I like them whole.
Yeah, I like them whole. They're a lot, they fill the bread better, and then when you get a bite of one, it's like a nice hearty freaking bite as opposed to like, oh, was that a raspberry? And you can't tell. So when it talks about doing flour on the raspberries, guys, we're talking very light mixture. You just want a very light dusting. I just kind of take and sprinkle some in the bowl, and then I lightly do this, and you'll see them lightly fold over on themselves. Super light coating, not too much. Otherwise, when you take a bite into them, you'll actually taste flour, and it tastes disgusting, so don't do that. Dark chocolate raspberry banana bread.
It ain't chocolate chip cookies.
No, but there's chocolate chips in it.
Yeah, but it ain't cookies.
No, but there's chocolate chips in it.
You're not gonna win this one, Pam.
But I'm gonna try. So it's been my experience with cooking these, and I will show you roughly how filled. I put the pans in a second, but you don't want to fill them too full. Otherwise what ends up happening is they take so long to cook that the middle stays mushy, and by the time it gets cooked, the underside is like a rock. So it's best to fill the pans. I did one in glass here, roughly about half, maybe a little over if you're confident. Mine are always a little bit off because I'm off. So they're all roughly in that vicinity. This one is filled a little bit more, about this far, just because that's how much batter I had. But now we adorn them with a couple of chocolate chips and raspberries. And then when you've added all of them to the top, you have to take a couple. This is very important. You have to eat them because they're very delicious. You guys, like, look at that. Is that not like, hello, how you doing? The yellow lighting in here is really gonna kill my game, but check out how sexy you are. And again, it doesn't like call for that so much. I'm just like an overkill monster, and I'm like, yes, please, I will take them all. I mean, it does say you can put some on there, but like, I put on extra because I'm extra. So, my mother made a very good point. Because I am putting a glass one in, we have to reduce the temp by 25. Oops, better do that. I just got a life's lesson in how to use a stove. That's good. So here's the thing, guys. Typically the recipe says 50 to 60 minutes. Now, I'm of the belief with this one, I set a rough timer, but honestly, I have had this bread be done in 40. I've had it be done in an hour and a half. So it depends on how many loaves, how hot, the material, how thick the batter is. This is one of those ones where it's going to take you a minute. I know that they're like, if you follow the recipe, everything will be great, but that's not always true, especially not with this one. Bananas, the density of everything is so up in the air with this that it makes a big difference. So we're going to wait for that to bake and see how it goes. Ooh, I am sweating. I'm going to step outside. All right, guys, we are about 45 minutes in. And I wish that you could smell this. Oh, yeah, they're not even close, but like, oh my God. Oh, I die. I'm dying. Okay, guys, so before I turn this camera around and give you a shot of the finished bread, it just came out of the oven, and you have to know that my mouth right now is dripping with saliva and desire for this bread. There they are. Like, here you go. Here's a good up close freaking, like, look at all the yummy melted. Oh, oh yeah, each delicious and special in its own way. Ah, ah, oh, you guys, dying. I'm so excited. All right, guys, so let me pull that back up again. Happens a lot here. So the bread is done. I tried it. It's delicious. I might have accidentally dropped the first loaf on its head. That's all right. That loaf will be gone by tomorrow. It's like it never happened. So it's delicious. I just got all the chocolate off my face and off my hands. I made everyone here try it. Fabulous. I'll give you a close-up again later because it's really good. Now, we're on to the cookies, and Mom's going to teach me how to do this. Right, Mom?
Yep.
Okay, so let's go. Ready, set, go.
Okay, so you're going to need a cup and a half of sugar.
Cup and a half of sugar.
And you're going to need 2 sticks of softened butter.
I have a very specific way in which I cream my butter. How many sticks?
2.
2 sticks. All right, we're creaming these together.
Cream cheese also.
Oh, shit.
Good job.
All right, now good?
Yes.
Cool. Wow, we got our turbo. All right, now what?
Now you can turn it up a little bit higher. You don't want to just go in there and
Crank it.
Yeah.
So what else? What do we got?
Woo! Okay, you're going to add to it after it's mixed a little bit. You're going to add 1 egg.
Just 1 egg?
Yeah.
Girl, 1 egg. 3.
Now what you're going to want to do, baby doll, is you're going to want to get the plastic wrap.
Plastic wrap.
Up in the no. Yeah. Yellow box.
Plastic. Cling wrap.
And you just want to pull a stretch out because you're going to take that and you're going to get in there and you're going to get.
So I should put it here?
Yeah.
Okay. I got it. Okay. Just put it there.
Okay.
And then I take this out after I clean it off with one of these spoochachas.
Yep.
All the goopy stuff. See? Perfect. This is some good cookie making. Now do I just wrap that?
Yep. You want to kind of ball it, kind of as you're doing it.
Like a pie crust.
Yeah. Kind of.
Push it. Push it.
Push it.
Push it. Push it. Push it real good. Ah,
There you go.
push it. I got you. Push it. Ah, Jesus, why? Oh!
No. Jim, dear, I love you. That's enough.
Why was I was wrapping it?
Honey, you don't got to wrap it like it's going to Singapore.
Oh, I don't? I thought it had to, like, get no air or something.
No.
Oh.
And that is why my paper always...
There, like that. Clean up, everybody, everywhere. Clean up, everybody, do your share. So you guys, let's take a real quick second here and kind of zoom in on those. Woo, do you see them? Okay, so those are the 2 that are done. That right there, that's the one I screwed up. But boy, is that amazing. Oh, I'm sorry, lighting. Thank you. Not, said no one ever. That was rude. But you guys, it tastes so freaking good. If I could recommend to you one thing this winter, it's that you make, that. And guys, look at the pan. Like, there's literally almost no cleanup. It slid right out. Like, hello, happiness. How you doing? Woohoo. Well, guys. My conscience made me lose the battle. He was nice enough. I said that I really wanted a Diet Coke with light ice from McDonald's, which is one of my, like, kryptonite drinks. And what does he do? He goes and he's like, I'll go get you one. The nicest person ever, just like legit volunteers. And I'm like, all right, listen. But you guys, I was like, seriously, like now I have to make you cookies because I feel like a horrible human. So here I am, double batch of chocolate chip cookies. Because he is so spoiled and he's going to be so excited when he comes back and finds out. I better change the battery so that when he comes back, the camera's on. I just used up all the salt, so I think it's pretty good. She's going to notice now for sure. At first I was like, she won't notice if I take it out of the salt shaker. Well, I have now emptied the salt shaker, so I'm pretty sure she's going to notice. Oh, and P.S. if you're curious, like, hey Paige, where are the other cookies? The almond butter cookie things you were making with your mother. Oh, well, those have disappeared. They are in the fridge still because the dough for some reason is like not getting harder, which is really frustrating. Oh my god. You guys, I got a new bra. Just a pretty like lace design, super cute. But like for some reason, it's like fighting the material of my tank top. So it like, they're repelling each other. So the bra is like pushing my tank top down, which makes it very awkward. I was also just thinking, hey Paige, the one benefit of a tripod is that you can actually move it around. Good, I don't know why I didn't think of this sooner. Hello. You guys, this is gonna be like the longest, weirdest, most like disjointed freaking video ever. And I apologize for that because it wasn't supposed to be. I had like a great concept in my head. And then this happened, and I don't know. It went from like one thing to another. The dogs, we got a puppy, like there's so much talking. My dad screaming cookie in the background every 10 seconds didn't help. I don't know. Oh girl, time for that flour mixture. Whoa! Oh, you scared me. Came in the door.
Good girl.
You guys, this is the absolute best recipe for chocolate chip cookies. In the words of Phoebe Buffay, Nestlé Toulouse. Best freaking recipe ever. I keep the bag because I love it so much. I feel like the batter, and I don't know if it'll translate on camera, but it's a really nice, almost whip consistency. It's very, very finely milled. I don't know. It's just, there's something about it. Maybe it's because they don't have you put in straight oil. It's just butter. I don't know, but it's so good. And the cookies come out really even. They're not chunky. There's no like weird flour texture. I made a recipe one time, and literally the texture of it was like chalk. It was not good. You know, let's look at it. It's so there's no chocolate. Oh, you don't like chocolate chips.
I don't like
Oh, hi, honey. I didn't know you were there. I'm sorry, Hazel. I'm sorry. What was that? Do you want to tell the people? Tell them. You want to tell her? Here, tell her. Here. Well, Mom's got something to say to you. What was that, Mom?
You have flour in your face.
Oh, well, yeah, no.
That was good dough.
Yeah, and does it have good consistency, good flavor? Flavor. And you guys, what's the rule? You dump the chocolate chips in, shave a couple for yourself. It's kind of like in blackjack. When the dealer burns one, like, he'll be dealing. And when he starts a new shoe, he has to burn a card or whatever. What?
Is it under page?
Page, yeah. And you burn a new card. It's just like your way of honoring and being like, hey, there's nothing going on here. Well, that's what you do in cookie dough. You have to burn some chocolate chips via your gullet. You guys, I'm gonna finish up these cookies. This video's been long enough. We are going to watch The Ranch while I finish up his cookies. We've already watched it all the way through. We just went back and started watching a couple old episodes because the new ones come out, I think it's December 14th or 15th. Not sponsored, but hey, Netflix, if you need someone to be your official sponsor, right here, I'm the girl. So we're going to go watch some TV. I'm going to finish these up. As always, you guys, check the description box for all my social media handles because girl, you would have saw this happening play-by-play on Snapchat today, and it was a thing. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope you loved the relational things, and tell me what else you guys want me to do to get in the Christmas spirit. This helped. The sweater helped. The baking helped. The world is revolving. I'll keep you guys in tune with how those cookies turn out, the ones that are in the fridge that have yet to harden. And I will talk to you guys later. My mom hates it when I do that. Cookies.
And they got me.
Bye, guys.